So here's a follow-up video to my first video where I showed that the water inlet valve was not delivering enough water, therefore making the pump cavitate in the basin of the dishwasher and the upper arms not getting in enough water to rotate and effectively clean the upper tray. So the water inlet valve is this valve here. I've already kind of taken it apart. Here's the underside of the GE dishwasher. And the valve is right here. It's real great just to put this thing up on a countertop if you can and access this bottom area. But the valve goes right here. There's a bracket that basically goes like this. And the valve is mounted there. And here's the electrical 120 volt connection to activate the solenoid, which opens the valve. What I wanted to show you is it definitely was the issue. I wish I would have taken a photo earlier, but this basically is mounted to this bracket with this connection here. But when you kind of take it apart, there's 4 screws there that are, you can see there's an O-ring. But what I was going to show you is this is not even all of it, but this is a lot of the rust and the particles that were completely clogging up this screen here, which was restricting the water flow exactly like I thought and proved on my other video. Now, this actually, once I cleaned it out, it's probably not too bad, but I'll show you how you can take out this screen. Let me see if I can get this thing to stand up by itself while I show this. Hard to do this with one hand. So basically this screen can come out. I had to spend about 10 minutes clearing it out. But this pops out of this just like a washing machine. It's got this real fine hold screen. This was completely just junk everywhere. You can kind of see the rust color in there. But this was completely large chunks, like I showed just a second ago, were just completely inside of this. And before I actually pulled it out, I was able to just knock this against the ground, and all of these channels here were just full of rocks and things. Here's one of them here, basically rust. I have galvanized pipes, but over the years, this is like a 2008, so this is probably 14-year-old dishwasher. Over the years, these 4 channels slots were just completely full of these little rocks and rust pieces from the galvanized piping, whatever. So clean those all out, and like I said, you're able to pull this out. And then there's another little thing, a valve here that you can grab and pull out. Let me get it here with my needle nose pliers. But there you can see it. So basically clean this out. Now they say, you know, you shouldn't replace these. I totally agree with that, especially when this is only a $15 part. No sense in doing that, but electrically this seems to be fine. I'm actually getting, let me see what the continuity is here as far as the resistance on these 2 probes. I'm getting 1.003 kilo ohms, so 1 kilo ohm. So about 1,000 ohms basically is what I'm getting on these 2 terminals. So like I said in the other video, well, at least the thing is working. It was just being totally restricted by all that junk in the screen and everything. So I have no doubt probably that putting this all back together now, maybe getting another O-ring here, and then, you know, putting it back on the bracket, that it would probably perform fine. And definitely the flow would increase and my issue would be solved. But since it's only $15, it's probably not worth the hassle of possibly getting this to leak here in this seal area. Probably could find this O-ring, and I have a bunch of O-rings. Could easily put that back in there and get it all back together, which I think I probably will do just for fun of it. But anyway, I would say the number one thing I've learned from this is if you have a dishwasher that's, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old, the first thing you should do when you're doing kind of preventative maintenance is replace this water inlet valve. There's just no way a dishwasher that's 10, 12 years old like mine wouldn't have accumulated all the junk that I saw. And I never realized that this was, you know, that clogged. It's easy to see once you kind of take it apart. But for 15 bucks as a part of just preventative maintenance on your dishwasher, just replacing this thing is really a sound maintenance item that's cheap and it's really easy to do. I mean, it maybe take an hour, 2 hours at the most. But anyway, I'm ordered another one, should be here today. I'll put it in, and I think my low water level basin fill for the minute that this thing opens up problem will be solved, and I will have good flow to the basin, which will solve my upper tray not cleaning the dishes at all, basically, because the arms aren't rotating and the spray's not happening, which should be solved now. So I'll do another video as well once the valve is replaced and show you how it compared to my first video where it was underfilling. So anyway, hope this was educational, and yeah, replace that inlet valve if you're having cleaning issues. Probably is one of the biggest causes of why you have cleaning issues, not enough water in the basin. And this is what controls it. Have a good one. Check out my other video and the follow-up video to this one. Thanks.